morning, guys. I thought I would get my content up and at 'em early this morning. Can't sleep, so we'll start off this video being honest. So, I am currently diamond painting as I am filming this just to give my hands something to do, as I talk. So, for today's video, I thought I would cover getting out of a book slump, getting out of, how I usually get out of a read slump, even though right now I am in a read slump, and I want to follow half the video when I need it the most. So, therefore, let's continue to talk with, how I get out of a book slump. First tip is, do enough. In my latest video, how reading changed my life, go watch that if you haven't. I talk about the enough in a book, and you guys seem to relate to that and really like that, and I'm really glad you did. The enough a book. Now, the latest book I did enough was The Conditions of Will, only because it was very triggering for me, and I could relate to it, and I was like, look, and I tried it twice, and I was like, look, if you can't, like, not read it, DNF it. So I did, and I felt bad because it was the latest release I was really excited for, and I was like, well, with that being said, I was like, well, I'm DNFing it. So, yeah, there's that. That was the first DNF of this year. So I wanted to mention that as well. Another thing is getting out of the book club is to reread. Yes, reread. I love rereading books. I love going back into my favorite characters. I love going back into the world, into the story, and sometimes when I'm rereading, I annotate second time, and it's just revisiting the old story plot and the old time and being of your characters and getting to know them again. I love that. And I was thinking, because right now I'm in a book called my all-time favorite book is 7 Year Slip, and by Ashley Paulson, and I'm like, I've already read it twice. I kind of want to reread it again. I've also want to reread The Happy Place by Emily Henry, because those two books are my comfort books. And I'm like, I really want to reread those again. I have it on my Kindle Color Soft, so I really want to read those again, and I really want to, like, have fun with it, and just to, now, a lot of people say that, 7 Year Slip was a little bit insta-lovey, which I kind of agree. So, with that being said, even though 7 Year Slip is one of my favorite books of all time, it's just very magical and very, plot-driven, and, yeah. So, 7 Year Slip is about this, it's not a book review or anything, I just want to talk real quick about 7 Year Slip. It's about this magical apartment that this aunt lives, or the grandmother, I think it's a grandmother, her grandmother, gives to her granddaughter, or grandmother or aunt, I don't remember. That's exactly why I want to go back and reread it. You get to know your characters a little bit better, and get to know them a little bit more, and get to revisit of, I repeat a lot by rereading, but, with that being said, it's just amazing how, being a book slump can really deteriorate your reading life. With that being said, it's just, reading is supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, it's not a chore. If you're not having fun, take a break. I'm taking a break from reading right now. I haven't read a book in a while, and I kind of feel a little rusty. I'm not gonna lie, but, with that being said, it's like, do I want to read, or do I want to, like, dive paint, or do something else? Here's a little secret trick for you guys. Audiobooks. Audiobooks are amazing. I haven't listened to one in a while, which says a lot for my reading slump, because normally I will listen to them a lot. But lately I can't listen, like, I will start one, and then be like, okay, I'm not liking this one, I'm just going to switch it up. And I'm like, well, you know, that's okay too. But audiobooks and diamond painting, I could get a square done under an hour, just like that. Listening to audiobooks. And I'm like, but I haven't, like, really, it's hard to say, because I haven't, like, really listened to audiobooks lately, because I've been in a reading slump, and it's kind of sad. So I wanted to say that. So with that being said, it's like one of those where it's like really iffy, where you want to read, but you keep starting and stopping books, and that's not good. That's not healthy. Put a book down. Take a break. Take care of yourself. And everything. So that's one major mantra I want to have for you guys. Everything. I'm pouring my drills in my tray. So, with that being said, it's one thing to pretend to love reading, and I just realized I missed a bunch of triangles. Dang it. So, it's one thing to skip out on reading, but does your mind need a break? Are you reading too much? It could be the complete opposite, guys. Let's be honest and real here. Are you reading too much? Are you consuming too much book talk, too much, booktube? That's what happened to me. I was consuming too much book talk, too much booktube. And it could be great and all, but in all honesty, it could be a little burner, like, a little, burned out. I guess you could say, there's the word, burned out. And it's not that I'm in a book slump, it's just that I read too much one weekend. And I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Reading is like saved my life, and this is kind of like a part 2 video to yesterday's video, how reading saved my life. And here I am talking for a few minutes of you know, about I'm in a book slump. And newsflash, I've been in a book slump for a while now. So yeah. Anyways, wanted to mention that. So I hope you guys liked today's video. So a little video tidbit of being in a book slump, how I try to get out of it. But in other news, trying to think what else I can talk about besides being in a book slump, because we don't want this video to be a Debbie Downer. But I just want to say, with that being said, book slumps don't last a whole lot. They can last a long time. They can last over a period, or they can last for an hour or something, or I don't even know. I'm trying to think here. But I'm just saying, book slumps, they're okay. Relax. Don't beat yourself up. So I want to say that. So they're okay to get off a book. It's okay to DNF a book. It's okay to move on. So with that being said, move on and enjoy life. That's what you want to do. It's easy said than done, because I know sometimes things can be tough. Your busy schedule will allow reading, and I get that. My life is crazy right now. So I want to mention that. So, you might not have a place to read. That's okay too. Make one. Or if you can, grab a chair, or like a blanket, light a candle, or have a routine. Okay, that's another thing. Here's another tip I stumbled on. Have a routine of reading. I usually like to read for an hour a day, but sometimes I can't do that, or sometimes I'm not in the mood for that. I usually set my timer for an hour, and then I just read, and that's how I come back that. So, with that being said, it's a lot to take in. Like I said, with audiobooks and everything, it's amazing how much you can get done while listening to audiobooks. With that being said, reading should be fun. It's enjoyable, and I wanted to say that to you guys wholeheartedly, because falling in love with your character, falling in love with plot, falling in love with story, I wanted to review that. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, how reading can affect your life, how it can affect your mind, your soul well-being, and go watch part 1. I'm gonna link it in the end screen, or in the iCard, somewhere in the video, for you guys to go watch. But part 1 is how reading saved my life. So I wanted to talk to you about that in today's video. It's about 4:46 a.m. as I'm twisting my pen, by the way, for more putty. And it's, a way to, basically, reading you can learn. Reading can, benefit you in the long run. So take it easy with reading. Pick up a favorite genre, that you want to read. Mine is romance, thrillers, and horror. So yeah. I'm gonna wrap up today's video. If you have any questions, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Notification bell on, so yes, you won't miss a single video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.